Seems like I hit an effect and I hit live before I had a chance to take the effect off. So if this disorients you, I apologize, because it's probably going to disorient me too. Nah, you ain't going to mess with me. Welcome to December. Welcome to the 12th month of our calendar year. Welcome to, what's today, the second, basically almost going to the third. Roughly 18, 19 days before the winter solstice. So we got roughly a little less than 3 weeks before we go into winter. At winter, the winter solstice is where I always talk about you better be planting the proper seeds. What you want to see next year can be best manifested on the winter solstice. You plant that proper seed of what you want to see, and you let go of the things that no longer are serving. So this reading is not going to tie in your basic line of thinking, such as astrology and let's just say life paths. Not going to tie it into any of those, because at the end of the day, those are still systems of division too. We got to start thinking whole. So if you want to see a whole you got to start leaving the things that keep you in pieces, especially when in this current paradigm, the main thing people are seeking is peace. Peace. This realm is under serious overwhelm. It really is. Even those of us who tend to, portray ourselves as watchers and just observers, you can see this shit. God damn, this shit's getting crazy out here. Everything is becoming more fake. The things that need to be regulated aren't being regulated. The people that's supposed to be regulating aren't being regulated. So it's just like the standard script of the day is overwhelmed. The standard script of the day is buying into a scarcity consciousness that makes the mind ripe for fear. If you don't know anything about the level of fear, if you can put somebody into a state of fear, you can control them. If you can put the masses into a state of fear, you can control them. This realm is under severe levels of control, because one of the from my level of perspective and experience, one of the things people don't understand about fear is that fear can make you strong. You understand that? Somebody who is battle tested and always in that mindset of I can go through something, they'll be willing to go through something. You understand that? That's a struggle mind that is, I got to go through something or else I don't feel like something is right. That's a bad thing. That's a hang-up. We'll do that. The number 12 this month here, the hangman, your hang-ups. Your hang-ups are your points of discipline. You're either going to exert or exhibit, I should say. You're either going to exhibit proper discipline to where you are operating towards a set goal, or sitting still because there is no goal to achieve or obtain, or you're disciplined in the sense to where you're getting spanked. You're under a system of discipline to where everything is punishing you. Again, from my perspective, is some of the things that you perceive to be punishing you are not punishing you. They're basically crying out for you to release. You understand that? Until you let go, I'm going to keep holding you back. Did you catch that? Until you let go of thinking that what you're holding on to is going to help you, what you're holding on to will keep holding you back. That plays out in all levels of life, from relationships to beliefs to jobs, the whole thing. But again, like I'm saying, if this whole realm keeps thinking that you have to go through something to get somewhere, the first thing you're going to look to get ahead is what's already there. And again, if everything here is designed to hold you into a system of duality or a system of struggle, first thing you have to do is let go. The first thing you have to do is let go of the ideology that this realm of struggle is going to be what's needing to be used to set me free. Understand that? What was used to master you should never be used to set you free. But let your life tell your tale, and a fool can never be told that they're foolish until they get tired of fooling themselves. And there's a lot of fools out here. So again, like I said, not using any astrology, not even using life paths. I'm just going to pull 12 cards, really 13. I'm going to pull 13 cards on possible things that need to be let go of. Because again, if you can't figure out how to gain proper discipline and what needs to be let go of, you'll probably stay a willing sacrifice. People talk that shit all the time, man. They do this shit every year. They stoking up the masses because they got some kind of ritual going on. And then you throw your little gematria codes of what you think shit is from the same people who told you what shit is, who are also the same people who are using everything against you. Kind of like what I put out earlier about, which is a repost, like I said, remember, they know everything you know. They know everything we know. And likely, in most cases, what you know came from them. It's just a way to keep your ass, again, like I'm saying, keep your ass in a state of discipline. If I'm paying attention to what I think I'm using to get ahead, but what I'm using to get ahead came from the people who already got me behind, a fool's errand. So, 13 keys by perspective. These aren't guarantees. These are just everything with me is perspective. You either use it or you don't use it, but you got to figure out what's using you. So here's 13 perspectives of what need to be let go of so that you can properly get into wholeness and break out of this mindset of peace. Peace is still a system of duality. Wholeness is singularity. Wholeness is singularity. Peace is duality. We need to get back into wholeness. So the first thing that you might want to be letting go of, and these are in any set order. So don't think that step 1 has to master step 2. No, these are just a compilation of things. First thing you might want to pay attention to on letting go. Stability. Stability. In my cards, this is the element of earth. This is 2, which I always tell you is knowledge, basically reflection. And 9, my highest vibration. What I know should reflect my highest vibration. But again, like I just got through saying, if the only thing I know is the same shit that's got me stabilized, you know what happens when you stabilize a cut? You stop its ability to continue. If you're only pulling from the same shit that has already stopped your ability to get free, you're only pulling from the same shit that already got you enslaved. Some of y'all have learned that this year. Some of you already knew it. Some of you realize it, but you don't believe it. So you're going to find out again next year. And remember, the core thing of this reading is, by December 21st, the winter solstice, you better have to figure this shit out. By December 21st, the winter solstice, you better figure out what you're going to let go of, because whatever you keep holding on to at that point is already energetically imprinted for the vernal equinox, the spring equinox, March 21st. The seeds you plant on winter will be what rises up in spring, and it'll be what burn you in the summer, and it'll be what you fall prey to in the fall. That's how your seasons work. So the first thing is stability. You have stopped your ability based off of what you think will keep you safe. You're not here to be safe. You're here to be whole. Hello? You're not here to be safe. You're here to be whole. You're not here to chase the bag. You're not here to find love. Those are outward experiences of your choice. You're here to find the wholeness of myself, or else I will find the holes in myself in this experience that I keep allowing to pull me apart. And it's a choice. It's the soul's choice to keep on holding itself in separation. Holding itself in separation is stopping it from healing. It's stopping its ability to see everything, because the only thing it's seeing, that 2, reflection, is the same shit that's already got it controlled. 2 plus 9, 11. What's 11? Justification. What's 11? The illusion of separation, because there's two ones where there should only be one. There's 2 ones where there should only be one. That's duality. So the second thing that you might want to be facing, fuck around and find out. 36. This is the king of spirits. This is deep level shamanic rooted healing that will show you everything that you done fucked around and found out by giving your energy. So 3, my thoughts. 6, that I keep on finding. 6 is your foundation. The thoughts that I keep on finding, 3 plus 6, will become my 9. Remember, we just got through dealing with that 9 and this component here. That 9 has already got you under control. Fuck around and find out. FAFO. Diversity. Pulling yourself apart, trying to find the best version of you, means that you're always going to be controlled, because you're going to invest in the pieces, trying to find peace. Same shit I just got through saying. You'll keep on looking for the PIECE that will give you the PEACE. Yet the only difference is the I and the A. I, your intelligence, versus A, your fucking awareness. You can have all the intelligence in the world, but not have any sense of awareness. We'll call that street smarts. Your awareness is your street smarts. Your intelligence is what I learned. You can be Poindexter in the classroom, but you could be Boo Boo the Fool out there on the street corner. Some of y'all are Boo Boo the Fool on the street corner because you done read too much of that fucking Poindexter shit, and now it's the only fucking thing that you can invest in. Which means you done already fucked around and found out that all that shit that you're using to keep stable, your 95 books that you done read, but you ain't learned not one fucking thing in reality. You just keep on advancing in the illusion. Step 3 is the thoughts. Step 3 is, holy shit, I'm creating all this shit. It's the creatrix. This is the queen of spirits. Holy shit. Here was the king, 36, and here goes the queen, 37. My thoughts, 3, have shown me. 7, self-awareness. My thoughts will show me who I am. What I just get through telling you. If you keep on investing in everything that's already pulled you apart, trying to find the best one of those that becomes you, you've already invested in what's already pulled you apart. You don't invest in your wholeness. You invest in what you can birth through your separation. What I can birth by exerting my energy into something that already told me, let me pull you apart. Let me pull you apart, and then you get to make a choice of having a better existence, even though that's just the existence of you being pulled apart. At least one of y'all get that. So that 3 plus that 7, my thoughts show me who I am, that becomes 10. Who I am, the will of choice, the wheel of fortune. I'm choosing between that 1, that potential of me in movement, and that 0, the whole fucking show. Me that's got the right to make a choice, and me that doesn't need to make a choice because I'm already everything. But you can fool yourself all day long, because making a choice and investing in something that you don't have awareness of is thrill seeking. It's spiritual thrill seeking. It's an addiction to have the right to create a journey. To have the right to create a journey versus being still and seeing what's already there. There's no value in sitting still and being what's already there, because you're already addicted to motion. So step 4 is, you already addicted to motion. You just want to be the star. Holy shit. I birthed it, and now I'm what's starring in it. I was what birthed it. I was the plentifulness, but I don't know that I'm the one that birthed this. So now I'm going to try and find myself in duality. Step 4 was, you already going to trap yourself, because all the potential was in who I say I am. The thought said, I'll show you who you are. Let me help you birth who you want to become. We'll call that ascension shit that some of y'all are trapped in. If you ain't always ascending, then you ain't doing it right. No, if you're not unleashing and unraveling and releasing all of this programming that tells you what you have to be, you'll never figure out who you are. You'll never figure it out. You'll just keep on starring in the same shit that, holy shit, step 1, the same shit that just said, let me stabilize your energy by showing you how to have control. If you ever had a conversation with me, I told you control is one of the problems. Control is a dirty word. Control denotes a system of struggle. In order for something to be controlled, something has to be subjugated. If you're dealing with an experiment, in order for something to be the control, there has to be a set parameter of limitations so that you can receive all the data. You understand that? Some of you might. So step 4 already said you're just going to star in the same shit that you already birthed, because you don't understand that everything that you keep on faffing in, investing in, was already designed to show you stability. Again, trying to find safety where I was already in danger means that I'll just be safely in danger. Step 5, safely in danger. The emperor in reverse. Your spiritual laziness to get back on your throne of your wholeness means that you're just trying to find a safe kingdom to go worship in. Oops, I could go places with that one, but I'm not going to do it because it's a waste of fucking time. Because again, stability rules the day. That shit that has the common mind out here stabilized, thinking that you have to belong to something, means that you ain't ready to own yourself. So you'll just keep on getting out here in this spiritual laziness of just trying to find something else to rule over you, which means you don't realize it was already a trap. Because what did it take? Says Thanos, everything. It's going to cost you everything that you should value trying to create something that you want to see. But what should I want to see? Everything that I value. So why would you sacrifice everything that you value to see something that you want to see? Unless what you valued wasn't valuable enough. And who in the fuck taught you that? Who taught you wasn't enough? Who taught you that you was a sinner? Who taught you that you was a wretch? Who taught you that you had to beg somebody else to give you that you won't even give yourself? Step 6, your foundations. I'll answer before I pull the card. Your traumas taught you that. Your traumatic programming that things from multiple directions have beaten into you. If you wasn't here at the beginning, I said this world is pretty much under overwhelm because everything here is unregulated at this moment. The things that are designed to hold you back have fucking autonomy. I mean, they have a free autonomy. There's nothing to check them because we don't check ourselves. The reason why higher end systems, and this ain't just earth realm shit, this ain't just government, the reason why things have such a say over the dominion of a spirit here is because the spirit won't have dominion over itself. The spirit has already signed a contract with energetic usage because it won't use it for itself. And most of the spirits or souls, I should say, in this realm, because you people don't understand that one. So your souls in this realm, again, from my perspective, y'all don't understand it. Your souls in this realm have already said, let's respond to the traumas so we can figure out how to let go. That's the trap. I'm going to figure out what hurt me so I can go back to what hurt me so I can stop hurting. But where are you at? Ahead of the hurt? Then why would you go back? Because I don't feel like I had enough experience to continue on. And I think that there's something that I left back there. So I'm going to go back there and endanger myself where I already escaped from just so I can figure out how to escape better. Fuck around and find out. The past don't know you until you keep reintroducing yourself. Hi, we're caught in a manifested field of the past. Overall, as a planet, we are manifesting a cyclic loop of past life energies because we won't pass, P-A-S-S, the test, and live. That's a sign of your traumas. That's a sign of where you got more energy for what you went through than for the awareness that you've already made it past it. So level 6 is going to be probably real deep in your traumas. Yeah, real deep in your traumas. This is the moon card. Reality. The only thing I know that's real is what I've been through. This is where experience trumps. I'll use the word awareness. This is where the experience trumps the awareness. But you have to have awareness of what you're experiencing. You understand that? Most of you probably won't. You need to be aware of what you're doing so that you can understand what you're doing. Not do something and then understand what I didn't understand and now I'm aware of it. You understand that? If you get a 2-year-old and put them in the car and then throw it into drive and now they go crash into a ditch, but then they get out and crawl out and they clap in their hands, they have experience, but they have zero fucking awareness. They don't know what they just did because they wasn't at that level of processing the experience. Some of y'all are that way. Some of you just go through experiences and I'll figure out later. It's the stuff you heard me talk about all week is it's not the journey. It's not the destination. It's the journey. You better figure out where you're going, or else you're gonna be like that 2-year-old that I just used in the description. You'll end up in the ditch. But again, tying it into this reading, it won't matter because somebody else gonna come save you, and then there's plenty more opportunities to go do more without ever figuring out what you're doing before you go do it. So step 6 is, it's your reality because you're more responsive to what you invest in, what you've been programmed into believing, traumas. That's the only thing that you can verify as real is that which emotionally moves me. Emotion, energy that is moving. If it makes me feel, then I'm going to fill it up in my cup and it'll be the only reality I drink. Without understanding that if I knew, and I talked about this the other day, if I knew that the moon's light wasn't even real, then I would question that shit before I invest in it. You're already in a experiment of transmutation using fragmented light to produce your wholeness. False enlightenment. For some of you didn't get that. You can't find your reality in the moon because the moon's light ain't even fucking real. It's a point of transmutation. It's a reflection source. But if you are only going to the reflection to find your wholeness, the only thing you're going to find is your fucking shadows. But you can't teach that to some of y'all because your pain is real. And you're emotional about it. Because you're too lazy to let that shit go. Because you're too busy starring in it. but forgot that you birthed that fucking experience because you chose experience before awareness. And that diversity field is the only thing you know. And so you're just trying to stabilize your traumas. That'll make sense to two of you. You just stabilizing your traumas. That shit don't know you. The things you've been through don't know you no more. You just keep reliving it because you haven't found enough value in yourself to say, I need to let this shit go and be still so I see what choices are coming next. And here's a trick. If the choices is coming next start to bring up the choices I've already made, then I still got work to do within me. It ain't got shit to do with the choices ahead of you. It's got something to do with you that are still pulling from traumatic experiences. But that calls for responsibility. That calls for responsibility of self. So here goes step 7. Step 7, if you want to tie it into numerology in that sense, 7 is self-awareness. I need to be aware of myself before everything else that's already designed to pull me apart becomes my reality. I need to be aware of myself. Judgment. I need to understand that everything that I need to know has already been revealed. But not only that, if I have a higher sense of manifestation and alignment, everything I need is already ahead of me. I just need to be still so I can see it. But if I'm moving ahead to find what I think I need, but I'm only moving ahead while looking back to make sure the past don't hold me, is I'm going to miss what's ahead of me because I wasn't fully here. Judgment card. Your judgment. We're in the 20s. 2023 turns into 2024. 2023 was judged by my fires. 23 in my number system is the element of fire. Judged by my fires, the reflection of my thoughts. I'm judged by the reflection of my thoughts. That's why you watch so many people have mental issues this year, and that is not trying to be funny. A lot of people hit different levels of depressive energies because you have more energy for your pain than you do for your wholeness. So it was revealed this year in 2023 that I'm judged by my fires, the things I keep giving my attention to. 2024 is I am judged by what I keep manifesting. What do you keep manifesting? Law of attraction. What I keep paying attention to. Now, if you have any sense of fucking energy on a ritual level, is they keep wanting us to collectively pay attention to certain things, even when you're paying attention to it to make sure that it's not a distraction. It's already distracted you from yourself because you're paying attention to it to make sure that it's not a distraction. Did you catch that? So guess what you're going to keep on manifesting? More distractions because you haven't taken the time to hold your wholeness together. You're just trying to figure out what's out here starting to pull you apart. But it can't pull you apart if you stop showing up for the shit show. You understand that? Everything's already been revealed. You need to know everything you need to know has already been revealed. You can't trust those that you keep putting in charge. You can't trust those who don't think on the same mindset as you. You can't trust you who has more time for hurt than it does for healing. So once you get to that point right there where everything's already been revealed in your judgment, now you should be facing your 8, the infinite loop of yourself. The infinity wheel. Only thing I'm doing is chasing myself and eating my experiences and then shitting my experiences out so I can eat them again. It's a vicious cycle. How do you hearing people? I don't understand that question. So step 8 in this reading. You need to let that shit go. Succumb. Like I said, 8, where you're chasing yourself, trying to figure out what you know so that you can mess around and let things go. The first thing I do is understand that I don't need to be the king of earth. The king of earth is pretty much the old school hermit. The old school hermit gets to the top of the mountaintop and reflects on everything it's already been through. That in itself is past life trauma. When I get to the end of experience, on certain levels other than immediate, what we just call in the Army after action review, anything past the after action review becomes a whole test. Because now, hey, I could have done it this way, or maybe I should have done it that way. That's what we call doubt. And I'm sorry if y'all have not figured that out. The biggest creation of fear is doubt. Any good movie, somebody who's mentally strong, once you plant a seed of doubt in them, poof, their mental barriers fall apart. That's the way that this realm is manifested. If you can give a being doubt in their identity, they'll invest in whatever makes them feel safe. The investment in making them feel safe has an energetic field of creation that anything that understands those points of energy can use. We get used every fucking cycle. It's not just full moons. It's not just turn of the wheels. It's just not the 33 days and the 22 days, your master number days. It's every fucking day. It's just you taste like steak on some of these damn turn points. You look like spaghetti on Monday, but you might taste like steak on Tuesday. Either way it go, you still getting eaten. If you don't succumb to trying to process your past, you are, again, as I said earlier, you're not totally present, and you've already invested your future by dissecting your present because you're still processing your past. You create linear time. Time ain't linear, but time in the cyclic flow starts to gain shape as you stagnate the energy. You understand that? Take a penny and spin it. When you put more weight on it, it starts to get flatter. That's the malleability of time. I'm not finna have that class. But you need to learn to succumb to some of this shit. I need to succumb to some of the shit that I'm holding on to, because holy shit, if I'm holding on to it, it's holding on to me. Maybe I can't get ahead because it's holding me back. But to be fair and not to blame the past, who's holding on to it? You were holding on to it because, remember, all your experiences are the results of choices. So if I keep on playing backwards into the choices I made and figuring out whether I should have chose different, that is an open point of creation to do more. You create a field of infinity because now I want to do it again. Your field of Akashics. Stop it. Your field of Akashics where you have numerated your life, which has no ending number. And now I'm going to play out all the multiple choices, and I'm going to keep correlating my choices in life 667 and correlate it to life 399. And then when those two don't correlate, let's create life 447 and see if we can't get them all to go back into alignment. You create a nasty, messy multiplicity of fucking infinite observation points. So 8 is you become your own struggle because you won't let go of what ain't holding on to you because you ain't ready to hold on to yourself. It's safer for me to try and process what got me fucked up than realizing, holy shit, I might be doing it to myself. That's called accountability and responsibility. So step 9 in this discipline reading for what you might want to be letting go of. You might be wanting to let go of your Phoenix cycles. This is the World card in reverse. The World card in reverse has me paying more attention into what can make me cry than figuring out what I should be rejoicing. I should be rejoicing that, holy shit, I can go outside here and here, like say here in South Carolina, okay, we're getting towards the winter, the winter's period, so not so much. But if you stay anywhere in a somewhat woodland environment, and even in desert, because I've been out there too, there is almost everything you need grows around you. Around here in the South, here in South Carolina, I had gravel root, Joe Pye weed, poke root, elderberry, Aaron's rod, goldenrod, dandelions, a whole bunch of thistles and nettles and shit like that. Everything that you might need for your healing. You understand that? Everything that you might need for your healing, or just so that you can learn to embrace a different mindset of beauty. Because if you see a beautiful flower, normally it should put you into your energetic point of subduction. You should calm down when you get around beautiful things. So everything I need to keep me balanced, that dirty word, grows around me to show me me. But if I'm too busy focusing on the shit that I'm crying about because I only made $400 this week and I need to make $600, so now I got to get a third job so that I can pay more bills and have less money and less time because I'm allowing a system that says give but never gives to me. You get that? I'm going to sit here in my Phoenix cycles of the shit that's burning me, but I'm going to learn to live through what's burning me because one day I'll be set free. But who going to set you free? Don't answer that because, again, getting back into this reading, you're going to pull on some fucking programming. You're going to come up on an answer on how somebody has to do this for you. But again, that's this whole reading. You ain't ready to let go of that ideology that somebody coming to save you because it's time for you to save yourself. But if I'm not really ready to get out of the fire, I'll sit in the fire until somebody comes set me free. Ouch. Step 9, where I should be at my highest vibration, I'm already in a system of control. Because my ability to set myself free has already been controlled, because I've been given a fear mind of doubt that told me I'm not enough, or I'm not authorized, or it just ain't in me. You get all that bullshit? I get told everything that'll make me cry because I've been told not to rejoice in my ability to make a choice to set myself free. 21, the reflection of 12. Telling you, 12/21, the winter solstice, you better understand the reflection of 12. 12 is a point of discipline. 12 is your hang-ups. If you are hung up on you are not enough, then you've already been disciplined, punished. If you get into a mindset that I am enough and I better have enough discipline to quit choosing anything different, then you'll already be able to manifest a better you. And by manifest a better you, I mean get into alignment. Get out of alignment with all these systems that they keep inundating us in to give you overwhelm. And instead of saying enough is enough collectively, because we can't just do it individually. We've already bought into the collective experiment. So you can't do it individually. You can reduce. What I've been saying for at least a decade, is reduce your reduce your egoic footprint. It's a hashtag. Reduce your egoic footprint. That means need less from this realm. It don't mean go off the grid and don't think that you need a car, don't think that you need to eat. It just means get to a point to where you get those things for yourself, either by creating them for yourself, growing them for yourself, or understanding that if it is going to put me into a system of usury, I need to choose whether it's a necessity. Not my neighbor got a 2023, so that means next week I got to go get a 2024. See, that becomes a system of struggle because you're trying to find balance with somebody else who might already be your enslavement. Trying to keep up with, think about it, your celebrities. Trying to keep up with what the celebrities doing and kissing their ass all day long means that you ain't focusing on your reality. Their reality, which ain't real for the average person, becomes your goal. And that's how a lot of y'all are. Well, so-and-so out here, why you thinking in say on Instagram or even on this shitty ass little app, TikTok, you got influencers. What are they influencing? They're influencing your mind to pay attention to what you think should be the norm. Let your life tell your tale on that one. Step 10, it's your choice to choose between the knife and the gun. Step 10, the wheel of fortune. But the wheel of fortune is going to keep on moving as long as somebody is a hamster in the middle. The hamster in the middle is the person who get basically, going back in this card here, the world card, I need to choose between what's burning me and what I created. This is a phoenix. This is a goddess. Goddess is the point of creation. Phoenix is the being that goes through the fires, and then once it dies, comes back and do it again. That's a cyclic being. So I need to choose between staying on this hamster's wheel or understanding that I'm the one that created it. And if that hamster wheel ain't working for me, then I should be choosing me. So step 10 is basically telling you to choose between your abundance and your overwhelm. But I'm going to do a second card for it because, again, that's still a trick and a trap. Choosing between too much and not enough means you're still choosing the game. Too much from who? Not enough from who? This should be all about me. So I'm not worried about what you can give me. I'm not worried about what you can take from me. If I have awareness of myself and I know how to preserve me, then I don't need to observe you. So here's the initial 10 that is still caught in this divided mindset. You'll fall prey to the illusion. You'll fall prey to the illusion over here. This is the moon card again. You're dealing with somebody else's light. You're dealing with somebody else that you created. We'll go there. Remember, you vote for a government. You vote for them to take care of you, and then you beg them to take care of you while you watch them take care of everybody else. But wait a minute. How'd they get in there? You voted for them. What did you vote on them for? So they can take care of us. But what are they doing? Everything but that. So what you gonna do? Vote for a new one? So you fell in love with the illusion of giving up your light to somebody else who's taking your light, and then you're gonna beg them to respect your light, so you're gonna keep giving them more light. And now you're wondering why you light. As in, damn near broke. You keep coming up short because you keep expecting long-term results from something that I already showed you. Don't have your best interest at heart. It's misinvestment. So you're going to get right here to this 10 and you're going to keep on investing in the same shit that's pulling you apart because you ain't ready to hold yourself together. Collectively, we're not ready to hold ourselves together. So we'll keep 2024. We'll keep wondering why they keep burning us. In 2024, you're going to have a fucking redo of a whole lot of other shit to where you're going to have to choose, hey, cry about it or rejoice in your ability to set yourself free. Cry about it or rejoice in your ability to set yourself free. But you won't know which one is real until you quit feeding the one that's clearly illusion. Why are you crying? Those of us that are parents, your child fall and you watch them fall and they didn't hurt themselves. They ain't hit the corner. They ain't done nothing. But the thought of falling was enough for them to feel like they hurt themselves. And now they roll around on the floor like they done broke their damn neck. Get your little ass up. You ain't hurt yourself. Snot nose and all that shit. The thought of harming themselves produced a real enough effect to cause the goddamn illusion. The thought of protecting yourself and doing something for yourself scares the shit out of so many of you that you're going to keep on trying to find a new master to enslave yourself to. Hey guys, you understand that? So the illusion of saving myself will have me keep on investing in the illusion that somebody else is going to set me free. Again, take that to all levels. Religion, government, family, life, love, finances, sex. Oops, going on to step 11. No. Like I told you, this was an illusion. This is step 10. You still choosing between the knife and the gun. Both of them going to get you killed. This is what should happen at step 10. If I'm letting go, I need to let go of my programming that keeps telling me to choose somebody else. See, that's a bonus for you. How do you let go? I have to choose me first. And if in choosing me is already going to keep on including somebody else, I need to slap me. Because you can't choose you and include somebody else until you faced you first. You can lie to yourself all day long. You go sit on your therapist's couch. Send them to me. This is how you choose you first. I start seeing, well, holy shit. I don't see myself as enough. I don't think that I'm enough to birth my own wholeness. So I keep setting my energy into pieces that I think are going to show me wholeness. I'm not the queen of spirits. I just want to work for her. I just want to worship her and pray to her and hope that she has enough grace and faith in me to set me free. Where did she come from? Me. My thoughts. My thoughts in separation created the things that I thought that was going to hold me together. And holy sheep shit, they do. They do. You understand that? Calvin and Hobbes. Calvin invests in Hobbes as his best friend that he plays out a whole fucking adventure. Him and that tiger be doing some shit. And he can be damn having the time of his life and Hobbes is sitting there talking back to him and or whichever one is which. They be talking to each other, but then when they show the other person, they're like, is our son okay? Because he done created his own illusion that he playing out in his head because it invested his energy into his pet stuffed animal. That stuffed animal was showing him more life than life is showing him. You get it? He done invested in the illusion of having that level of contact. What would he keep pumping his energy into? Then he ain't living for himself. A lot of y'all are Calvin and Hobbes. You sell your energy so fucking quickly and freely that you don't think that you have enough to do anything for yourself because you got to check in with everything else that you keep helping create. Leave that on many levels. Step 11, leave that on many levels. Justification. You keep justifying the same shit that's pulling you apart because you waiting on what's pulling you apart to hold you together because you think what's pulling you apart is the only thing holding you together. Yet the you that you think is being held together, the you that you think is being held together while everything else is being pulled apart, it's a fucking struggle. You in an infinite loop of investment. You the first victim. You the first victim because a fool that don't know they've been fooled is the first fool that's foolish. Sorry. If you keep putting your money in the candy machine, but there is nothing on any of the spirals, and then you wondering why you broke and hungry, Holy sheep shit, Batman. You ain't too smart. I've been saying this for years. Some of y'all are invested in a bank account of belief in things that you don't even have the fucking ATM code for. You got all kind of credit, but you don't have a debit card for it, so you can't get no transactions. You can keep investing your energy and keep getting the energetic field of what you're creating, but you don't even own yourself as a creator. So then even when you're creating, as you invest in things outside of you, you still going to invest more in what you think is outside of you. Probably going to tell yourself is inside of you, but separate. They ain't worth it. Step 12, you ain't got discipline, but you need to learn to let go. You need to let go, because I'm telling you, if you got a victim's mindset, by the time you get to step 12, you might be into a little bit of BDSM spiritually. If you like to be beaten, step 12 will say, I'll do it for you. Step 12 is discipline. Discipline is, I know what I'm doing, and discipline is, you've been a bad boy. If you come into step 12 already expecting to be less, then that energy is going to keep on showing you more. It's going to keep on showing you more limitations. You want to get beat? FAFO. Fuck around and find out. Fuck around and find out that if you don't know who you are, everything else out here that you are investing your energy to, it'll show you. It'll show you. But unfortunately, what I'm saying with this reading is, you need to learn to let go so that you can see a better version of what you keep investing in. Whether that's more or less, those are quantitative values. Sometimes more is less, and sometimes less is more. Perspective. So if I want to see something different next year, by 12/21 this year, I need to let go of my limitations. The first limitation you need to let go of, bonus card right here, 13, it's you. It's you. You're 7. It's your journey. Is my journey growing me, or is my journey growing me with my traumas? Can you answer that? Am I only watching my traumas get less, or in most cases more, because you're getting deeper and overwhelmed, or am I really finding out who I am without that level of experience? You are not your traumas. You are not the summation of your experiences, but you have to become the totality of your choices. And if you will not choose you, can say this every day for fucking 500 years, Phoenix. Until you choose you, you will remain on fire by everything that you keep on spiritually journeying into, because it becomes a cancer. Cancer is a growth. Me investing my energy into trying to create a different version of me within myself through experiences means that I'm only killing off what I already was. Nothing else is doing this to you. It's just you. If you have more energy for what you think you've been through than your ability to sit still and make a choice to be free, you're a willing slave. Good luck, because you're going to have to let your life tell your tale. Because not only will the winter solstice come hard and heavy, those of y'all that subscribe to Merc Retro about to start whooping on your ass. And again, that's not me predicting it, but y'all do what y'all do every year. You're going to start crying about how Merc Retro is beating you up. We're in the middle of a fucking bunch of geostorms, solar storms. You're going to cry about how they beating you up. You're going to cry about how it's Sagittarius season, going into Capricorn season. You'll have an excuse for everything that you keep on journeying into and giving your time to, because you haven't invested into yourself. Neither as the creator or as the being of light that has a choice. Too busy dealing with your shadows. But again, it's a choice. Wholeness. But you like your peace.